Hi guys, I'm KB Kwan from Taste of Asian Food. A few years ago, I made videos on Xiu Yok, the Chinese roast pork. And over the years, I find that I have a better way to do it. There are two things I would like to show you in this video. First is that I do not use the aluminum foil to wrap around the roast pork. And the second thing is that I also do not use coarse salt to put it on top of the roast pork. So in this video, let me show you my new and improved method of how to prepare Xiu Yok, the Chinese roast pork.
Let's do some pre-preparation before roasting the pork. The best part of the pork for making roast pork is the belly. The pork belly has plenty of fat within layers of lean meat in between, which is ideal for roasting. Bring a pot of shallow water to a boil, which is enough to submerge at least half of the pork belly. Blanch the pork belly in water for about 10 minutes, skin side down. The boiling water will soften the skin so that it is easier to prick holes on it in the following step. You can trim off the uneven sides to make it nice looking. Check the skin if there's still any hairs. Scrape the skin with a knife and remove any dirt and any remaining hairs. After blanching, wipe the pork with a kitchen towel as we want to keep it dry as much as possible. Okay, now we make a few shallow cuts on the flesh side of the pork. The seasoning ingredients used for Cantonese style roast porks are quite straightforward. Salt, some sugar, ground white pepper, Chinese 5-spice powder, Shaoxing wine, and hoisin sauce, which is optional. Rub the marinade that we have made just now into each cut to let it penetrate to the interior of the meat. The cut should be about halfway through the meat. Massage it all over the meat, particularly between the cuts. But keep the skin clean from the marinade. We don't want the marinade to be on the skin side, as it can burn quickly during roasting. Make sure to wipe off any seasoning on the skin side if there's any. Now it comes to the critical part to create crispy skin, that is to prick many holes on the skin. You can do it with a small fork like me or with a meat mallet if you have one. There isn't any undesirable consequences if you poke too many holes on the skin. On the contrary, if you prick too few holes, it will not produce a crispy skin. To give you an illustration, I keep poking the skin at this speed with my small fork non-stop for 5 minutes. And make sure that you poke through the skin. Combine a tablespoon of white vinegar and half a spoon of baking soda in a small bowl. Apply the mixture of the vinegar and baking soda on the surface. Both vinegar and baking soda are the important ingredients to make the skin crispy and crackle. Now transfer it to a colander or a wire mesh strainer to drip off any extra marinade. Keep it in the refrigerator to let it dry overnight uncover. The next day, remove the pork belly from the refrigerator and leave it at room temperature for at least 1 hour so that the pork returns to room temperature. Apply half a teaspoon of salt on the skin and spread it evenly on the surface. You will see plenty of water on the skin due to the water condensation at room temperature and salt's effect to draw more water from the skin. Remember to wipe off the water with a paper towel to keep it dry. Then apply a thin layer of oil on the skin. Roast the pork on a medium rack for 1.5 hours at 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit. After 1.5 hours, the pork is already cooked. If you are unsure, you can use the kitchen thermometer to check the temperature. Shift the pork to the top rack. Set the temperature to 250 degrees Celsius or 480 degrees Fahrenheit. The maximum temperature of my small oven is only 230 degrees Celsius. At the highest temperature of my small oven, which is not enough to effectively erupt the skin and create a crackling texture. As a result, I have no choice but I reverse a metal plate and put it on top of the highest rack, and then I put the pork on top of it to make it closer to the heating element. This is the result of the pork. The meat is juicy, succulent, melt in the mouth. There is a small problem over here, however. There are 2 or 3 bumps here and there. And that's because I did not prick the skin enough. However, it doesn't matter as it does not affect the texture and the taste at all. And the skin is crackling and crispy.
Thanks for watching these videos, and I hope this method is much easier to replicate it at home. If you want to get a recipe, I've included it in the description right below the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and give me a like. I'll see you again in some other similar videos very soon in the future, and bye for now.